Very good.
Yes, Guruji.
My pranams to all Atmajyotis, divine light of the self. I welcome all of you for contemplation on Chandogya Upanishad, chapter 7. We completed chapter 6 of Chandogya Upanishad. Chapter 6 of Chandogya Upanishad primarily focuses on the discussion between the master, spiritual master, Uddalaka, and disciple Shvetaketu. In the chapter 6, Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya. Brahman alone is real, the world is appearance. So that was proposed. And Jivo Brahmaiva Napha, individual soul is nothing but Brahman. This was very clearly explained in chapter 6. Chapter 7 is a conversation between Sanat Kumara and Narada. Sanat Kumara is one of the Manasaputras of Brahmaji. And Sanat Kumara later takes an avatar, incarnation, called Kartikeya, Kumara, Subramanya. Sanat Kumara is considered as a great teacher. So Narada approaches Sanat Kumara. Bhagavan is, that's how they address their guru, master. I have studied all the scriptures, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda, whatever they teach in Gurukula, I have completed my study. But I am not able to find peace in me. I am restless. Please guide me. So Sanat Kumara says, what you learned in Gurukula is called Aparavidya. Aparavidya means the lower level knowledge. Lower level knowledge is required for successful life, living in the world. In Gurukula, they teach Paravidya. But the supreme knowledge, also the Gurukula, they teach Aparavidya, the lower level knowledge which is required for living. It includes the Veda mantra chanting, puja, rituals, Dhanurveda, Ayurveda, all those things which are required for living in the world. But what is required is Paravidya, the supreme knowledge. Supreme knowledge they don't teach, because the principle of teaching is Paravidya. Paravidya, always you have to approach a master, a guru. The teaching you have to get from guru. For that you have to approach. That's why Bhagavad Gita says, Tadviddi pranipatena pariprashnena parisevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. You have to approach a master, surrender to him, do service, then ask questions to get jnana. That is the approach of Paravidya. Paravidya is not taught to anybody. It's not just like it's not like a teaching of science, physics, chemistry, mathematics. So, Paravidya, I'll teach you. Why Paravidya has to be learned? Because Alpe Sukham Nasti. Whatever is limited, there's no happiness. We have to get the infinite, eternal. So that's called Bhuma. That's why this chapter is called Bhuma Vidya. Bhuma means Ananta, infinity, Ananda, bliss. So that we have to understand. What we have to understand is your nature is Bhuma. You are infinite. You are Ananda Surupa. Tattvamasi, you are that. In the last chapter, Tattvamasi Tat Shabda, the word Tat, Tvam Asi, Tat is told as Sat, existence. In this chapter, the Tat is told as Ananda. Then don't think that there is a Sat, Chit, Ananda. There are three different things. Sat is Chit, Chit is Ananda. They are not separable. They cannot separate out. Like fire is heat and light. Okay. So Brahman is, Sat is not visible to sense organs, mind, and intellect. What is available to sense organs is called Sat. What is available to sense organs is Rupa, Nama and Rupa, name and form, which is Mithya. And what is available to sense organs is called Pratyaksha Pramana. So we see something and we interact, we live, understanding that what I see is knowledge, valid source of knowledge. Science goes based on Pratyaksha Pramana. The focus of science is Pratyaksha Pramana. It's an objective knowledge, observation, and inference. It's called Pratyaksha Pramana. Then another Pramana is called Anumana. Anumana is inference. Inference is there is smoke, that's why there's a fire. A logical connection. That also is a valid source of knowledge. But Brahman is not available for Pratyaksha Pramana and Anumana. Then how do I get to realize Brahman? Is there a way to realize Brahman? Pramana means valid means of knowledge. It's not available to sense organs, not available to mind. So then, is there nothing called Brahman? There is Brahman. But it's available to another means of knowledge. It's called Apta Vakya. It's called Veda Vakya. So Veda Vakya is a valid means of knowledge. Like science cannot take Veda Vakya as a valid means of knowledge. Okay. Science takes only Pratyaksha or seeing and observation as a valid means of knowledge. And inference is also valid means of knowledge. But to realize Brahman, the only means of knowledge which is available to us is called Apta Vakya. For example, in the Corona time, we said there is a Corona. And all of us put a mask and started going around. Okay. And we started living, confining ourselves in home. None of us have seen Corona. Then why did you put a mask? I have not seen. It's not available to my sense organs. It's not available to my inference also, mind also. Then why did I put a Corona mask? That's because Apta Vakya, trustworthy sentence. Scientist has told. Based on that, I accepted it. It's called Apta Vakya. Trustworthy source. If you tell something, we take it as valid means of knowledge. Then after that, there's nothing else to be done. So similarly, a father goes to Germany for job. The mother is pregnant. The child is born. First 3 years, the child does not see the father. After that, father comes back from Germany. Then mother says, "Oh, my dear child, this is your father." The child accepts it. Child doesn't question, "How is my father?" No DNA proof, no Aadhaar card, no other proof is required. The mother's word is a proof. Over. It's a knowledge now. So Atma Dhnana or Brahma Dhnana is simply the acceptance of Vedic teaching, Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi is Apta Vakya. Vedamata says, that's knowledge for me. That knowledge, I can work with the knowledge, but knowledge itself is that much only. I cannot see Brahman, I cannot feel Brahman, I cannot experience Brahman. Then how do I know I am Brahman? You have an intuitive feeling of I am. All of us. Where I stands for consciousness, am stands for existence. All of us know I am. Nobody has to tell me. The consciousness and existence is called I am. They cannot be separated out. I cannot say I am conscious, but I don't exist. I exist, but I am not conscious. You cannot say. So that is the intuitive feeling of I am is there in me. It is mixed up with I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. I'm confusing body, mind, and intellect. And this confusion is happening in the mind. Mana eva karanam manushyana bandha moksha. There's no other confusion. There's nothing, it's not mysterious process. There's a confusion in the mind. It's called Adnana. I am the Atma, I am Brahman is not known. So, Adnana of Atma has to be replaced with Atmadnana by teaching. That's all is required. So, Veda Vakya, Tattvamasi, we accept it. Now, there are a lot of hidden beliefs in us. Those beliefs can be removed through a process called Prakriya, Vedanta Prakriya. Aparo, Avastatriya Prakriya, and all those Prakriyas help to remove this. Other than that, there's nothing else. I cannot feel Brahman, I cannot see Brahman, but I can realize Brahman. How I realize Brahman? Aham Brahmasmi. I am Brahman. That realization is possible. I am that Brahman which cannot be seen. Sarvam Khalid Brahma. All this is Brahman. That realization is possible when ignorance is dropped. There are two ways of dropping ignorance. One is Jnana, Upanishad study, Tattvamasi Jnana study, then Prakriya, various Prakriya. They'll help you to get it up. And Nididhyasa, Shravana, Manana is Jnana. That's why Mukti is Shravana Matrena. Listening is Mukti. Okay? Jnana, only source of Jnana possible is listening. You cannot, no other sense of argument. That listening also, what you listen, Tattvamasi, is called Paroksha Jnana. Your intuitive knowledge is called Aparoksha Jnana. Intuitive knowledge you have already. I am is there. But you don't know I am is Brahman. So that intuitive knowledge is given. How I am is Brahman is taught through Prakriyas, various Prakriyas, processes. So this is what is called Jnana Yoga. Okay. So now, in this Upanishad, Sanat Kumara tells 15 Upasanas to Narada before he gives Jnana. So we have to understand what is Upasana. Brahman is beyond our sense organs in the mind. Nirakara, Nirguna. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Okay. So that Sat, Chit, Ananda to realize, we can focus on Sat aspect. That was done in chapter 6. We are focusing on Ananda aspect in the chapter 7. And we can focus on Chit aspect in chapter 8. Sat, Chit, Ananda is only one reality. But in this chapter, the focus is given on Ananda, means infinity. Okay. So Brahman is infinite. The problem for a human mind is we cannot conceive Brahman. Brahman is beyond conception. So that's why a meditation is prescribed. Meditation. That's called meditation. It's called Upasana in Sanskrit. In English, it's called meditation. So now there are so many techniques of meditation. The Upasana in Sanskrit is a very special method. There's a word called Upa. Upasana. Upasana means coming closer to God. Coming closer to Brahman. You are not Brahman. You are coming closer to Brahman. Becoming closer to Brahman. The Upasana word also comes from Upadhi. Upadhi. The word Upadhi means conditioning. Okay. So Brahman with the conditioning is called Saguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma without conditioning is called Nirguna Brahma, Parabrahma. Let me explain what is the meaning of Upadhi. Take water. Okay. Water is cold. The coldness is the nature of water. Then you put fire there. Then water becomes hot. So water is now conditioned with the heat, which is not its property. Some other property of fire is given to it. You are putting another property of fire into water. Water becomes hot. So the fire is called Upadhi for water. It's not original nature. What is the original nature of water? Coldness. Right? You are adding a condition to that. The condition is called Upadhi. Is the meaning of condition clear? So another example, water I can drink. I can put sugar, tea powder, milk. Then water becomes the tea. Its properties change. Okay. That's a condition superimposed on water. That condition superimposed called upadhi. But nothing has happened to water. Water will be there, but its taste will be different. So when you heat the water, water will be there, but its property will be different. When the heat cools, it's again water only. So like that, Brahman, there's a condition superimposed. Then Brahman becomes the world. What are the conditions superimposed? The Maya. The Maya superimposes name and form. Okay. Then what will happen to you? The name and form is superimposed on Brahman. The name and form is your body, mind, and intellect. Then you can become Jiva. Same Brahman appears as Jiva. The condition superimposed. The name and form in the world superimposed, it becomes Jagat, world. So Upadhi makes Brahman appear as a world. Upadhi, right? The same Brahman is appearing as a world because of conditions. The conditions are not original nature. Original nature of what is coolness. The fire is added. That's called Upadhi. Original nature of Brahman is what? Sat, Chit, Ananda. So all names and form added, it becomes world, Jagat. But nothing has happened to Satchit Ananda. Nothing happens to water when we make a cup of coffee or tea. Only the experience changes. Right?
In these cases, there's something external which is making this change. There can't be anything external which is.
So, in case of coffee, in case of tea, or in case of heat, this we are speaking in duality. The duality is given as an example. In Brahman, everything is from Brahman only. Okay, everything is, the conditions are also from Brahman only. The closest example of Brahman, that is your sleep. In sleep, you see a tiger, you see an elephant, and you run also. Where the tiger came from? From your mind. Where the elephant came? Your mind. Where you are running? Your mind. It is the same thing, appears as dual. The mind projects the duality. Similarly, in Brahman, projects the duality and superimposes the condition in Brahman. You can think Sapna is your dream, Maya is dream of Brahman, equivalent of that. In that, even though there is no other, the other is projected. Okay. Now Brahman becomes Upadhi. Brahman plus Upadhi is called Saguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma or God, manifest reality, immanent reality, what is available to our sense organs and the mind. Okay, so Nirguna, most of the people worship God in some form. That means they worship God, Bhagavan, with Upadhi. Right? So when you do meditate on God with Upadhi, it's called Upasana. Without Upadhi, you meditate, it's called Nididhyasa. With Upadhi, you do, it's called Upasana. Without Upadhi, you do, I am Sakshi, I am Brahman, that's called Nididhyasa. Remove all Upadhis. How you remove all Upadhis? Neti. Not this condition. All conditions you remove. Unconditional reality, you say, I am that unconditional reality. That is called Jnana. So, Upasana means the word meditation in English is closest to Upasana. Upasana in Sanskrit. Meditation is not as Upasana. Many meditation techniques are there. A lot of people say meditation techniques. But Upasana in Sanskrit is a very special word, which will take you closer to Brahman. Okay. Brahman plus Nama Rupa is called Jagat. The Nama Rupa is Upadhi. Then it becomes Jagat. Now, why Upasana has to be done? People always start with Upasana. So, Vedic literature starts with the Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda is this yadna, this puja you do, like that it starts. This karma kanda brings a lot of discipline in our life. Get up at 4:30, do this puja, do this havan, do this festival in this way. Those things bring a discipline, karma kanda. They are external to you, outside. Then upasana is internal to you. It's a meditation practice. Upasana is a way of visualization of the characteristic of Brahman. Visualization of characteristic of Brahman. Brahman has no characteristics. Visualization of Brahman with Upadhi is called Upasana. Then remove the Upadhis, realize Nirguna Brahman. It's a step-by-step process. So right now, we go to a temple and do puja of God. Or in home, we bring a Ganesha idol, invite Ganesha into the idol and do puja. This is called Aradhana. Aradhana means invoking. Aradhana means invoking God into the Vigraha. Then invoke God within you is called Upasana. Invoke God into your house is called Aradhana. Into the temple is called Aradhana. Within your body, within your mind is called Upasana. Is the distinction clear? The God is with name and form. That God is invoked within an idol for puja is called Aradhana. And if you invoke God within you, it's called Upasana. Inside you, inside your mind. Still you are using mind. Okay. Now, in this, it's called Upasana or Aradhana, helps in Mukti. It's called Krama Mukti. Krama Mukti has 4 stages. Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujya. Salokya means you are inviting God into your loka, into your house, into your idol, into your puja room and offering your respect. It's called Salokya. Samipya means you will tell your difficulties, challenges, seek blessing. You're closer to God. Sarupya means you're invoking God into your mind, in your body-mind complex. It's called Upasana. Sarupya. And Sayujya means become one with God. This is called 4 stages of Krama Mukti. Is the definition clear? In Salokya, if bring God into your home, into your family, then change the vibrations of the house. Samipya, you start seeking blessings and all. You feel relieved. Sarupya means you start taking the qualities of God in you. The qualities of God starts happening in your life. Sayujya means you become one with God. So after the person dies, in Krama Mukti, he will go to the loka of the deity whom he is doing worshipping. In Sarupya, Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Sayujya, depending on where you are. Internal Upasana is called Sam. Upasana is called, internal meditation is called Upasana. External is called Aradhana. Okay, you start externally, then go internally. So in ancient times, Upasana was done, of Upasana Brahman was done with fire as a Upadhi for Brahman. Fire is Brahman plus Nama Rupa is called fire, Agni. That's one Upadhi. With Agni Upadhi, that's what Yadna you do. Jala, water. Brahman plus Nama Rupa is called Jala. That's why we give respect to rivers. Brahman plus Nama Rupa is called Vayu. That's why we call Vayu Devata. Brahman plus Nama Rupa, Vidyut, which is what they call as lightning. So like that in ancient time, they did Upasana of Brahman using natural aspects of creation. Very clear? So now in the Vedic time, Upasana was done through Agni, Vayu, Jala, Prati, and everything is called Deva. Deva means consciousness. Agni Deva, Vayu Deva, Surya Deva. Surya Deva Upasana is Gayatri Upasana. Like that, they did Upasana. Are we clear? So now, later in the Vedic time, Vedic in Puranic time, Upasana became deity Upasana, Devata Upasana in the form Rama, Krishna, Shiva form. So why do you do Upasana? You will get a Sarupa. That Upasana of the deity you will start getting in your life. Somebody who does Upasana of Rama Upasana will start getting Rama's qualities called Dharma in your life. Your mind starts becoming more dharmic. Purification happens. Somebody does Shiva Upasana, the mind becomes more of Vairagya and Jnana. Like that, each deity, Devata Upasana gives some purification. So the Upasana purpose is called Chitta Shuddhi, purification of the mind. Chitta is called mind. Yes, Radhika, what you are asking something?
Pranams, Guruji. So,
Pranams.
when I'm chanting, sometimes I say Ram Ram, but actually, when I'm writing or something, I say Krishna. So, which is it? Should I just stick to one or?
No, I'll tell you what is this. What is this concept of Ishta Devata? I'll tell you. So you have to understand. In Sanatana Dharma, we have called a concept called Ishta Devata, Kula Devata, Grama Devata, Rashtra Devata. So now, Ishta means what I like. Whatever deity, whatever qualities of deity I like, that quality I want to imbibe in my life, that becomes my Ishta Devata. So if you go to a businessman, typical Indian businessman, who is the Ishta Devata? Typically Lakshmi. The divine quality of money and wealth I want to imbibe in my life. So,
I was going to say Warren Buffett.
okay. So businessmen, many of the businessmen, they have Ishta Devata in the form of Lakshmi or Venkatramana. When your Ishta Devata is Krishna, the Ishta Devata quality should attract you. You focus on that quality, that becomes Ishta Devata. Ishta Devata can change over a period of time, doesn't matter. Rama is Dharma, Krishna is equanimity, Jnana, Shiva is Vairagya. So these devatas become Ishta Devata. We can do japa, we can do write, we can meditate internally. So Upasana is inner meditation. How to do the inner meditation, we'll take in next class. Did you get the answer, Radhika? So when you chant Rama, but you write Krishna, that means your Rama's quality and Krishna's quality are focusing. Are we clear?
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay. So ultimately, you have to go through Sarupya. Sarupya means those qualities should develop in your mind. That mind becomes Chitta Shuddhi, purified. Are we clear? So what is the purpose of Upasana? Purpose of Upasana is called Saguna with form. Brahman plus form. Purpose of Upasana is Chitta means mind. Mind has a vikshepa. Our mind is distracted all the time. Our mind cannot hold on to something for some time. Our attention span is a few seconds. So, increasing the attention span, focusing on the mind is required for Atmadana. The mind is restless. And mind has certain qualities which may not be good. To develop the divine qualities, we'll have Ishta Devata. Rama can be Ishta Devata, Krishna can be Ishta Devata, Guru can be Ishta Devata. So, whatever qualities you want to develop in our life, that becomes Ishta Devata. Because my mind is already noisy. That mind I want to purify with the divine qualities. So, Chitta is Vikshepa, means distracted. First, we have to bring a Chitta Ekagrata, means Ekagrata, one-pointed focus. The purpose of Upasana is to bring Chitta Ekagrata, one-pointed focus. So what happens? One-pointed focus will come. Somebody says, meditate. I can't meditate. But he can think of a cricket match. Morning 9 o'clock he starts. Night 12 o'clock he can focus on cricket. He cannot meditate. So what it means is what you like, you can focus longer time. Ishtadevata is something which you like. The qualities of Ishtadevata is something like. Focus on that becomes Chitta Ekagrata. By focusing on the Ishtadevata quality will manifest in you. So our attention span of 8 seconds, 10 seconds will become more and more. It's called Chitta Ekagrata, one pointedness of mind. That's the purpose of Upasana. Second point of Upasana is called Chitta Vishalata. Ekagra Chitta, Vishala Chitta. Vishala means Chitta has to expand. Why Chitta has to expand? Why mind has to expand? The mind has become contracted now. Because mind, I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect. I am limited. The feeling of limitation is there. The feeling of limitation will go when you visualize Brahman, who is infinite, in the form of Saguna Brahma. Nirguna Brahma, you can't visualize. Saguna Brahma, Brahman in the form of infinity, you should start visualizing. Then what will happen? The smallness of mind will go. The small mind, I am the little body, I am the mind. Oh, I am this infinite. I am finite, it goes, and I am infinite, becomes mind, becomes infinite. Or doesn't become infinite, it expands. It's called Chitta Vishalata. Chitta Ekagrata, Chitta Vishalata. Chitta Ekagrata and Chitta Vishalata together is called Chitta Shuddhi. Purification of the mind. Chitta Shuddhi is actually preparation for Jnana. Then Upasana job is over. You can go beyond Upasana and Jnana through Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. You can hold on to I am Brahman. So in Upasana, there is a visualization. In Jnana, there is no visualization. Jnana, there is reality. I am Brahman is very clear to you. In Upasana involves singing bhajans, prayers, listening to Harikatha, listening to stories of God, and meditating qualities of Bhagavan inside you. That will be purification. Chitta Ekagrata, Chitta Vishalata. It leads to Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta Shuddhi is a preparation for Atma Dhyana. Chitta Shuddhi, the moment Chitta Shuddhi is there, you will get a Jnani Guru. His teaching of Vedanta, Prakriya, you will get a clarity. I am Brahman. Then stay as Brahman. Nididhyasa you do. Nididhyasa is Jnana. Nididhyasa is required to remove internal vasanas. Some vasanas which vasanas come, which makes you restless after Jnana. Then Jnana Nishtha will happen. You get established in Jnana. Then you what you do? Nothing. Sumaniru. Sit quiet as Brahman. This is how happens. Upasana is for Chitta Ekagrata, Chitta Vishalata. Okay, the Vishalatas, the Upasana is there to visualize the divine qualities. So two important Upasanas which are very close to realize Brahman, which will take you close to Atma Dhyana or Brahma Dhyana, is Upasana of Brahman as space. Space is Saguna. Brahman is space. Brahman plus Nama Rupa is called space, Avakasha. Space is infinite. Brahman is infinite. I am space like. Visualize, I am space. In Upasana, you are making your mind, I am space. When there is visualize the Upasana, Akasha Tattva Upasana, which I will teach you sometime, then what will happen? Your mind expands. The expanded mind is called Chitta Vishalata. So now, why this expansion of mind is required? Ultimately, problem is in the mind only. I am small, I am limited, goes. I am Brahman. I am infinite. I am all aspect of world. Sarvam Khalida Brahma. I am connected to all aspect of creation. This Upasana is required. Visualization is required. So in that visualization, you can do Upasana. I am one with sun. I am one with moon. I am one with the nature. So the upasana of this nature is called Virat Purusha Upasana. Virat Purusha means whatever gross world you see is Brahman. Brahman with Nama Rupa is called gross world. So that itself we can take. That's why we do go around the Kailas Parvat. Kailas Parvat is called Shivalinga. Tiruvannamalai mountain is called Shivalinga. You can do Upasana of Brahman in the form of Virat. So Arjuna had a Vishwarupa Darshana. Vishwarupa Darshana. Every aspect of creation Arjuna saw as Brahman, God. So this is called Upasana, where you connect with everything. I am Brahman and universe is Brahman. I am one with the manifest form of Brahman. It's called Saguna Upasana. And what is the purpose of Saguna Upasana? I am finite, small jiva, the idea will go. The Vasana, Chitta Kshaya, Vasana Kshaya happens. When I am small, mind has become small, mind has shrunk. When will the mind shrink? When you feel sorry, when you feel unhappy, when you feel inferiority complex, all of the time mind shrinks. Instead of shrinking of the mind, I have to expand the mind. That expansion of the mind is called Upasana. Finally, you have to go beyond the mind as I am Brahman. For that, Atma Dhyana is required. In Nididhyasa, there is no visualization. Nididhyasa, the truth, I am Brahman. I am already Brahman. How do you do that Nididhyasa? Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivanamnani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. I am not the body. All conditions you are removing. You are not removing the body. Conditions only you are removing. I am unconditioned Brahman. I am all pervading. I am there in the body. I am there in the universe also. So, with the upadhi, with the conditions of world, I am the sun, I am the moon, I am the tree. That is, I am is Brahman. Brahman is sun, Brahman is tree, Brahman is moon. That upasana is called Saguna Upasana. Lead to Virat Purusha Upasana. That similarly you can do Hiranyagarbha Upasana. Subtle aspect of Brahman you can do Upasana. Okay. So this is called Upasana. You can do Upasana of Avatara Purusha. Rama, Krishna, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Guru. So Upasana of the deity. Whichever Upasana you do, the phala will come accordingly. Virat Purusha Upasana you do, your mind expands to fill the entire universe. So finally, Upasana prepares you for Dhyana. Then what happens if your mind has expanded, and expanded mind is joy, Bhuma, then to realize that I am Brahman, Bhuma, it becomes very easy. So this is about Upasana and Dhyana. In this chapter, 15 Upasanas are told, and Dhyana is given at the end by Sanat Kumara to Narada. Anybody has a question on this so far on Zoom? Maniji, Katyayani.
Hari Om Prabhuji.
Hari Om Mani.
Prabhuji, apparently if you see Vishalata and Ekagrata seem to be opposite terms.
They are
like expansion and contraction.
They are actually not opposite. Ekagrata is one-pointed focus. So you can say, you can have Brahman is everything, and in that Ekagrata not, you can have focus. Ekagrata word gives one-pointedness. One-pointed, the point is infinity. Point is expansion. The mind doesn't divert.
It's like a paradox.
It's not paradox. It's not paradox. See, Ekagrata means one-pointedness of the mind, right?
Yes.
And the point is, it can be an object, it can be a dot, it can be a sun, it can be a moon, Ekagrata. Or it can be quality, Vairagya, right?
Yes. Yes.
What you focus, your mind is focused on that. If your mind is focused on infinity, then what is it called? And your mind doesn't move, what is it called?
Then it becomes Vishalata.
Ekagrata becomes Vishalata. So mind is, normal mind is restless, Vikshepa. So the object of focus is infinite. That's called Virat Rupa Darshana, Virat Purusha, Virat Upasana. Similarly, Hiranyagarbha Upasana you can do. Subtle aspect of creation you can do Upasana. It's also wide, it's big, infinity. Or it can be point, small. Okay, and Upasana, Bhagavan is Anoraniyan, Mahato Mahiyan. So, Brahman can be visualized greater than the greatest and smaller than the smallest. Different upasanas will take you can do depending on what qualities you want to bring in your life. That's called upasana. Are we clear?
Thank you, Professor.
And Saguna, Ishta Devata Upasana, what you do, you have fear in your life, then you do Shakti Devata Upasana, the fearlessness. If you want Jnana in your life, you do Guru Upasana. If you want Vairagya in your life, Shiva Upasana. What qualities you want to bring in your life, you do Upasana of that deity. Are we clear? Yes, Katyayani. Any questions? Radhika?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಗುರುಜಿ, ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೂ ನೀವು ಆ ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ನೆಸ್, ಏಕಾಗ್ರತಾ, ವಿಶಾಲತಾ, ಅದು ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲನೇಷನ್.
Very good. Radhika, Kaumari, any questions?
Hari Om Guruji. Lalita.
Yes, Lalita.
The session was very wonderful, Guruji. That Upadhi, Upasana, the session was really wonderful, Guruji. And especially the Upasana on Guru was like, definitely, Upasana on Guru is like concentrating on the Upadhi of the Guru or
Qualities.
the Gnanam.
Gnanam, qualities. Right? See, basically, if you go to any sportsman's house, he will put a video of a good sportsman, or let's say batsman, bowler, and see the videos. Constantly thinks of that now. Yad bhavaiti tad bhavati. Whatever you constantly think of, you become that. Yes. Why you are coming to Guru? You are attracted to Guru because of his jnana, because of his peace, because of his quality. That quality constantly makes you. That becomes you.
So finally, when the Upasana is on the Guru, gradually that Saguna Upasana will lead to Nirguna Upasana, or the Upasana on Guru itself is Nirguna Upasana?
Guru has two forms, Saguna and Nirguna. I have done the Guru Gita. That Saguna and Nirguna aspect of Guru is there. Saguna aspect of Guru has certain qualities: Shama, Dama, Titiksha, Uparti, Shraddha, Samadhana, Mumukshatva, and service, Seva, Jnana, all those things. They're called Saguna Upasana. Those are the qualities you develop in your life. Nirguna form of Guru. Guru has Saguna form, and Nirguna form is Nirakara, Parabrahma. That's why Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Parabrahma is Nirguna form. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, this Saguna from Guru. The divine qualities which manifest through Guru is called Saguna Upasana.
Okay, got it, Guruji. Yes.
Right.
The mind thing was really, yes, I believe in chapter 6 Gita also this has come, where the mind, as long as the mind is limited, like you are constrained to in this body mind conscious in this. So when you expand, that's how the meditation will take you, where you have to identify yourself with the space first, so that only then you will be identified yourself with the Brahman, so that you have to get out of it, the meditation where it helps. So very nice.
See, Sanatana Dharma has created so many methods of purifying the mind: Chitta Ekagrata, Chitta Shuddhi, and Jnana. So what happens is we don't know what is what, we get confused, we get cluttered.
Yes, Guruji. But now in the in the morning, at least if we are sitting in the meditation for a couple of minutes, though we are in the Vyavaharika world, in the open eye meditation also, I'm able to see that the mind, every few seconds it is going and coming back. I am able to see that initially I didn't even identify where the mind was going, but now I'm able to identify where it was going. But every few seconds, as you said, every second it goes and it comes back. It goes and
Yeah.
it comes back. So that
But
identification has come.
the mind, one who is observed is you. You are not the mind.
Yes,
The Sakshi.
the seer is me, but I am not the mind. But I am because for
Earlier
finally
you are
this is
identifying the mind.
nididya.
You are running away with the mind. Now you are able to know mind is going and coming.
Yes, so this is only nididhyasana, no, Guruji. That
Holding on to awareness. I am Brahman. I am Sakshi. I am Atma. I am Mukta. That's called nididhyasana.
and being a sakshi of the mind, the body complex, and just hold on to the reality is and finally where we go, that's all is not what is.
You are not going anywhere. You cannot go anywhere. You are already there where you are. Mind can go somewhere, but you cannot go anywhere.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Guruji. Pranams to you.
Satyavati, any questions? Sujay madam, any questions?
ಅದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು
ಹಾ.
ಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಸರ್ವ ವ್ಯಾಪಕತ್ವ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಗುರುಜಿ?
ನೋಡಿ, ಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚಿಂತನೆ, thinking of one object, right? Let us say Rama is Dharma. So you can think of Dharma. Dharma, various dimensions of Dharma is there, right? So Dharma means taking care of father, taking care of mother. Dharma has various aspects, no? But your focus is on called Dharma. One point focus. Okay? Similarly, your one point focus is Bhagavan is everywhere. Let's say there is a focus, Sarvavyapi. So the Bhagavan is in the tree, Bhagavan is in the sun, Bhagavan is sun, Bhagavan is moon. So the focus is everywhere is the focus. That's called one pointed focus. Sarvatra. So sun, Bhagavan is in sun, Bhagavan is in moon, Bhagavan is in earth. Like that, the focus is called Sarvatra. That becomes mind, becomes Vishala. It's not point. It's a subject. On that subject, you apply everywhere.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಅದೇ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ಹೌದಾ? Okay. We'll close this English session. Asatoma, Sadgamaya, Tamasoma, Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma, Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Purnamadaha, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyate, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnameva avashishyate. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivanannani, Shivoham, 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 Atmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Brahmadarshanam, Satyadarshanam, Antarjyotihi, Bahirjyotihi, Pratyakjyotihi, Paratpara, Jyotireva Jyotihi, Swayam Jyotihi, Atma Jyotihi, Shivosmiham, Lokaha Samstaha, Sukhino Bhavantu, Lokaha Samstaha, Sukhino Bhavantu, Lokaha Samstaha, Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. So, ide Kannada session, and we'll start Kannada session in 5 minutes. Okay, Satyavati?
Yes, Guruji.
Hari Om Prabhuji.
Ma.
Hari Om Prabhuji.
Hari Om, everybody.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hari Om.